Rolling, we have Joe Baby in the building. How you doing today, bro?
What's going on? What's the deal? What's the deal with it?
You're the first baby on the show that has an I instead of a Y. Something I noticed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Had to mix it up a little bit. Had to mix it up just a little bit.
Yeah,
but long as they get what it's saying, for real.
For sure. How long you been making music for, bro?
Oh, man. I've been making music probably for, I want to say, maybe since I've been like 11, for real. But I always did it for entertainment. It was never like serious. We always just sat around there, rapped, and did it for entertainment. It wasn't never for like just to put it out to actually be serious and be competitive in the music market.
And now it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, most definitely. Like just the way I'm looking at it now, yeah, it's most definitely to be more in the market now, for real, to expand exactly what I'm doing.
When do you feel like you started saying it's time to take it seriously and start actually pushing it?
I would say like these last couple of months, for real. It's just when I'm just realizing it, for real, just looking at the way a lot of platforms is, from Facebook to Instagram. It's like at first everything was just, it was entertainment. Some people still use it entertainment, but it's more of a business now too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like now you can get subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more, you know what I'm saying? Even though everything is about content, but yeah, it's more business wise.
Yeah, I'm looking at it like that too now. I'm looking at the music scene. You know, when I was growing up, I felt like music was music. Like it was something that you hear. It had expression, it had meaning, it had substance to it. You know, you interpreted it a certain way. It could change the mood of your day, change a lot of things about how you perceive life, and something to look forward to. But now it's very much manufactured, and there's a lot of music that's just being pumped out there that has no anything to it. And we're sitting back like, all right, this is what we got now. Like this is what we have to listen to, which sucks. But a lot of people are making a lot of money, so that's the good part about it. A lot of rappers are making tons of money. These labels have figured a system out to just make money off of anybody. You know, do you feel good to be a part of this era? Or like, how do you feel about this era with the music?
That's real. I feel good about this era because I feel like this era is somewhere where Detroit have never been, for real. Like I've seen the progression of Detroit, like to the point it was a point niggas didn't want to listen to Detroit music. It was the point some people, Detroit would listen to Detroit, but you go around other people, it'd be like they don't want to listen to this shit. Like they want to listen to the other ones, but Detroit we always been the type we gonna rock with our own shit regardless. So whoever, how they feel, we gonna thug it out for real. So, you know what I'm saying? So from the eras, cause Detroit is broke down from like different eras and different times, for real. From, I would say from 2010 to probably about now, like I really had a close eye attention on everybody that came and go, that's still here, but they might be doing something else. Like, yeah, I'm aware of it.
Talk about the history. Nick, I think his mic might need adjustment. I feel like his mic's blocking his face. On camera, is it less? No, it's pretty good. Oh, it's good? Okay.
It's cool.
Okay, talk about the history a little bit, man. There's a lot of people who are just totally invested in knowing about even the Doughy Boys Cash Out era, the Blade era.
Yeah. I feel like even with the eras too, it's like what a lot of people be failing to realize. Or they probably do realize it, but it's eras on both sides. East and West have an era, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about with different timing too. Like, so somebody might not know about what was going on the East, and you know what I'm saying, in 2005 don't necessarily mean that it was happening just because you know about what was on the West. Because whichever side it's from is mainly the side that what a lot of people know, for real. If you from the West Side, a lot of West Siders know the West Side history. If you from the East Side know East Side history. So that's...
Why is there even really like a East Side and a West Side?
I don't know. I think everything is based on where you from for real, for real. So it's like it's your environment. So if I'm born and I'm on the east and my family is on the east, everything I will know is basically is on the east. If I got to get my hair cut, it's on the, you know what I'm saying? If I got to go get some clothes, it's on the east. If it's not saying that east don't go west or west don't go east, but that mainly be what it is for real, for real.
And if you're thinking about going to the west side, what are you thinking about when you're going over there to get?
Whether if you getting some food or some women, you know what I'm saying? you get some women, because East is so knitted, like, you know what I'm saying? You will run into a woman that know another woman on the East, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, yeah, it's so close. It's so close. West, you got a chance of them not really knowing each other for real, for real.
So on the west side, the women are least likely to kiss and tell, or to be able to find each other at the same time that you're around.
Yeah, just being each other when they're around. I feel like a woman, you know what I'm saying? She get in there feeling if she feel like you got other women around, she trying to tell some.
Yeah, man. That's always a fucking problem, isn't it? Have you ever been caught in a situation with two women that know each other are next to you at the same time?
Man, yeah, like I got some stuff.
All right, I'm open, man, because I've been in it.
No, like, you know what I'm saying? I done got caught up at, you know what I'm saying, a grocery store one time, for real, for real. But listen, I got caught up and I didn't even know I was getting caught up for real, for real. Like, the one female, she talking like, you know what I'm saying? She about to cook for me, you know what I'm saying? She trying to get sexual, you know what I'm saying? She trying to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? The whole time, like, she texting my other one, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They setting me up, but at this point, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? But I see, you feel what I'm saying? On the way to her, because I picked her up from work. On my way to, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking her up from work, this on the other side of town. So I'm like, she got a certain type of car that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I catch when I see it. So I'm like, when I first seen it, I'm like, damn, is that her? Like, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is it her? So, but I'm like, okay, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep moving because I think she peeped it too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to go to the grocery store. But the whole time in the grocery store, I'm thinking like, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But she happened to run into her cousin, so she talking to her cousin. I'm like, cool. You feel what I'm saying? Cool. Like, I grabbed the stuff, and as I'm walking outside, I throw it in the whip. You feel me? I throw it at the same time. The other one right there, parked right next to my car. She opened up the door. I done drove off, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I drove off. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit would never happen like that. Then the other one called me like, you just gonna leave me at the grocery stop?
Oh, man.
So I'm still thinking like, damn, is it something like how? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pull up and just see what's going on. So I pull up and, you know what I'm saying? They both just going. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to have a conversation anyway, so I'm out this motherfucker.
Oh, man. So now, obviously, you've learned how to navigate through it, not get caught up in those scenarios anymore, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just be real. I feel like just telling them what it is for real. Like, I didn't let them know, but now, like, you know what I'm saying? Women have to know about each other for real. You just tell them about each other for real, because that way, shit, if you feel some type of way after that, that's your fault, like, you know what I'm saying? But at least I was real and told you what it was at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know, but I still get caught up in that. Like, I'll be in a situation where I'll tell a girl what this relationship is. Like, no, we're just, like, having fun. It's a fling. We're just hooking up and having fun, going out, having good times. Yeah. And they'll agree to it, but then after a while, they'll be like, no, this is a relationship. And I'm like, nah, I never said no. We never. Yeah. But I'll still get blamed, and they'll still say, no, this is a relationship.
Men always gonna get the blame. You got to take the accountability no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? But women, they start getting attached. Yeah, they want you for themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't think that, and maybe this just me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that men can't be monogamous, but I feel like by nature we not meant to be monogamous. Like, you know what I'm saying? By nature. So
Yeah, I feel that too, but like explaining that to a woman is probably hard.
it's hard as hell because she ain't gonna believe it. She feel like shit. If you can do it, then she can do it. But then it's like a man world and a woman world is two complete different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we could both be experiencing the same thing, but it's two different things. Like when a man love a woman and when a woman love a man, it's two different types of love, but it's still love at the same time. So
I agree with you on that. When I was in a relationship for 7 years, I never cheated, and I never even like got to the point of cheating for real. But like my friends were all cheating, and then they were cheating like it was no big deal. Like, what the fuck? What are you tripping about? It's just another bitch. Like I ain't invested in this bitch.
Yeah.
But so you think if you got married, you can't just stick with the one girl?
No, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you got a woman that got everything together, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to. It'd be pointless if just messing around with other women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like, but when you break down marriage and everything now, like marriage, it get deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's everything is to benefit the woman at the end of the day.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like men don't get married for them. It's mainly for the woman. Like, you don't want the woman to get away. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, it's like, shit. It's you the best of them out the bunch. So I'm going to go ahead and grab you up and, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put you off the market. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the other one's free game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I don't know if it's an equal trade-off, though, because it's like you're kind of, you have to marry this woman and you have to tie down to her and, like, the exchange isn't fair.
No.
Like, everything a man provides versus what a woman provides, is it fair, is the question.
Hell no, because it's like they come in like you build up yourself at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you meet this woman, you feel like she look good. You know what I'm saying? She might have it together. I'm gonna marry her. Now you to the point to where you might be, say you thinking millions, you might be a billionaire. Now she can come and take half of what you got. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Child support, like everything is just built to help a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's just the system, for real.
With your music, man, does any of it reflect relationship stuff, or what is your main focus on with your music?
Man, I feel like I rap to the 85%, for real.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so when I say the 85%, I'm gonna explain to you what it is. So, the 85%. So it's the uncivilized people, the poison animals, eaters, slaves from a mental death of power, people who do not know who the living God is and the origin of this world. You know, who easily led in the wrong direction, but hard to lead in the right direction.
Some misguided people, kind of?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They uncivilized, for real. But it's like I understand that, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do I could do positive music, but you know what I'm saying? Where I'm from and who, like, you know what I'm saying? People really don't want to listen to a lot of positive music. So people want to hear, for a reality, for real. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't get creative with reality, but that's mainly what they want to hear, for real. They want to hear something that they ain't never heard before, like, you know what I'm saying? And mix with reality.
So your 85%, does it coincide with that? Do you follow along with that, or how does that work with your music?
I feel like that's just the 85%. I didn't go and break down the 10%.
Yeah.
So the 10% is the rich, the slaves makers of the poor, who teach the poor lies, who believe that the almighty true God is a spook that cannot be seen with the physical eye, also known as the bloodsuckers of the poor.
Wow.
And then you got the 5%, which is, you know, they the poor righteous teachers who do not believe in the teachings of the 10%. They all wise and they know who the living God is. That the living God is the Son of Man, the supreme being, a black man of Asia, that teach freedom, justice, equality of all human and planet Earth, otherwise known as the civilized people, known as the Muslims and the Muslim sons.
The 10% that you're talking about, So you're saying that this is the portions of the music that you're making you're making music for. So like it's 85%.
The 85 is to the 85%, but the 10%
85,
is
10, and 5. Right. So the 10% though, isn't that like opposition to some degree? Like, isn't that the people that you're not for or something? Or like,
I mean, I ain't really with them. I mean, them the people that really got made structure on like what we see for real. So what I mean is like them the richest people for real, like people that really know what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they the blood suckers of the poor. So they know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So are you making music for them, or are you saying about that? About
Sometimes
that?
I do got music about them, but
okay,
I make music to the 85%. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I got music towards both for real, the 10%. I got different type of music. I ain't gonna sit around and say like all my music is, you know what I'm saying, at 85%, because it's really towards all of them. Like I got some political songs, like, you know what I'm saying, some hood political songs for real, and I got some of everything for real. I ain't gonna.
Do you think, you know, when I'm listening to a lot of Detroit music and stuff, I'm not really hearing like, I mean, I hear messages here and there, you know what I mean? I hear, mainly right now it's about just hard ass punchlines. You know what I'm saying? Just real life, like you said. But to get politicized, I don't know how much politics are actually getting involved in Detroit music right now. Like, I don't know if I'm just not listening clearly enough. Similar to like a Wyclef era, where Wyclef was really talking about everything from slavery to fucking segregation to the point of what's going on right now, to poverty and everything like that, like breaking everything down. I don't know if I'm hearing that as much, or is it just translated in a different way now? Is it just so real now?
I feel like when we talk about rap, it's so many different like, even with rap, it's different genres and rap, like, you know what I'm saying, that people really don't talk about. Like some, it is, you got the punchline, and you got the storytelling, you got you might have where somebody might, you know what I'm saying, like be so creative. Like Nas made a song where he was rapping the story backwards, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's different lanes inside of rap, even though, but when people hear the beats, I feel like that's what it just, they just like, oh, it's rap, but it's like when you take the beats away and you actually listen to what like some is saying for real, everybody's saying something different. Like everybody's saying something different for real.
Yeah, man. I agree with you totally. The beats kind of change the direction of the music now, right?
Yeah. I feel like, I feel like, because every Detroit beat, when some people hear Detroit beat, some people think it's the same. But as a producer, it's like every beat, Detroit beat, like you can listen to a Primo beat and be like, yeah, that's a Primo beat by the way that he made it and he mixed it a certain type of way. You can listen to a hell of a beat. Like if they don't put their tags on this beat, I can tell you like, yeah, that's a hell of a beat. That's a Primo beat, or that's a Danny beat, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they got their own sauce and they got their own ingredient, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes them for real.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you on that. It's an interesting time too, because there's a lot of collaborations of producers that are outside of Detroit making Detroit beats. And it's and it's like the acceptance of that from the people inside of Detroit, right? So like if you get what's up? Oh, you want to fix his mic?
Oh, yeah.
You can fix your microphone real quick.
All right.
Don't want to block the face.
All right.
You should be good.
Right, rock. Yeah, like I was saying, man, basically it's very interesting, right? Because it's like, okay, look at Primo Beats, look at Danny, right? Ypsilanti, outside of Detroit, and making music for artists in Detroit. And Detroit, like, how the hell does that work, right? Like, does the beat come from the culture, or is it just like whatever sounds good? Like, how does it work?
I feel like music is universal, so you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna go where, you know, even where the physical soul not at, because that's the quickest train for information for real. I feel like people like people talk about slaves. That's how they was really getting away for real. They had hums and certain things that they was doing, like it was certain things that they was doing like musically that it was coded inside the music for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it was with the drum beats or it was with the weight and water, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people, man, it get deep. It get deep.
For sure, man. Yeah, no,
it get deep.
What's been the biggest milestone for you so far with your music?
Learning the music business, for real. I feel like that's something that people don't talk about that really go on a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's business that's being conducted that you don't even know is being done. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everything is to push the needle forward, for real, for real. But there's so much business that's being done and you don't even, people don't, that's something like, and then it's like, it's so many lanes and so many ways, like, in it, like, man, that people is actually making a living off of it, for real, for real. And different people got different ways and they got their different formulas, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's probably would have been the biggest, because now I'm studying people moves, for real, like, you know what I'm saying, just seeing what they doing and seeing how they doing, seeing who they connect with. Even if I can't make the connections, I'm still taking note and seeing what people doing, for real.
Yeah, there's many ways to make money, and I was talking about it last podcast. Like, you definitely don't need 1 million followers. You don't even need 100,000 followers. You don't even need 50,000 really to make money and make a living off of your music or whatever you're doing. I think the 1 million fan thing or the 100,000 fan thing is like, first of all, the chances of getting that are very difficult. It's not. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's very possible, but you don't need that to become successful and have an income. You really don't. People, it's like that. You know, when you're a kid and you're like, I'm gonna be a millionaire when I grow up. Like, some people just never let go of that mindset of wanting to be a millionaire when they grow up. I used to think like that. I'm so over that. Like, I don't care about $1 million anymore, bro. I just care about doing what I love, making a living doing it so I can continue to do it and be able to provide for like a family and live the lifestyle I want to live. That $1 million shit is just like a stupid, childish vision. Not to say that might be some people's admiration to get there, but you know, I don't see it anymore. I don't see it like I used to.
Yeah, because I mean, like, when you ask a lot of people, like, want the $1 million, how you gonna get it? A lot of people don't even be telling you how they know it or how they gonna get it. They just say that they want it.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you really want it if you don't know exactly how you gonna get it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff you can calculate what you're gonna do to make $1 million, whether if you cutting hair, whether if you selling shoes, you know what I'm saying? If you selling shoes, I mean, if you cutting hair and you $20, you know what I'm saying, a head, you got to add that up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? How much it's going to be to make $1 million, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? You could do that with anything, though, with real estate, you know what I'm saying? Selling chairs, whatever. But a lot of people, they be like, yeah, I want $1 million, but yeah, that don't be really.
You can't make $1 million cutting hair. Even if you're a single barber, just yourself, you cannot make $1 million. You'd have to hire people.
But what if you... Cause what if you actually getting paid more than $20 though? What if you charging $5,000 a head?
That's different. Yeah. That's true. Okay, so a barber can be a millionaire. You're right.
Yeah, it's just depending on
Take a minute though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just depends on you and you know what I'm saying, your clientele and what you worth. I feel like a lot of people though, like especially people in Detroit, they'll brag on what they spent, but they'll never brag on how much it's worth. It's like, you can spend some and you can spend a lot, but if it ain't worth even what you spent, like, you don't even need to talk about it for real.
Yeah, like even the chains, like some people will brag about how much their chains cost.
Yeah, get it appraised. You know what I'm saying? You start showing them appraised papers. Like, don't brag, don't talk about your chain. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you go get it appraised and then ain't that, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's only if you trying to down other people and try to, you know what I'm saying, that you got one and, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you. I've been looking on social media a lot. Like, I'll scroll through Instagram and I'm just getting tired of seeing the same shit from different people, bro. Like, you just scroll through Instagram, you see how much somebody's chain's worth, what crimes happened today. you see like the same rap songs, you see the same rappers rapping about the same shit they were rapping about in 2016 till now. I'm like, damn, I'm getting tired of looking at this feed, bro. Like, I want to see some motivational, or I want to see something that helps my life or benefits my life. I almost wonder if like sometimes social media is just bullshit. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Like, what am I even really looking at? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's a jungle though. It's a social jungle. That's what I call it, for real, cause so much go on social media. You know what I'm saying? You like, social media makes some people feel like they can be like, it's a superpower to them, for real. Like, they can say stuff and like, cause real life and social media is completely different. You know what I'm saying? But by them being on social media, it gives them like I would say like an alter ego in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, my favorite thing with social media, like my favorite meme is it's like a girl and a guy are on a date, and then the guy goes, "So what do you do for a living?" And the girl goes, "Oh, I'm a model on Instagram." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I'm a war veteran on Modern Warfare." It's like, nah, you're not really that unless you're that. My whole thing is to transcend people outside of social media, right? Like, so my whole goal 2023, even for myself, is social media is great. Use it as a platform. Use it as a way to promote yourself and get your media out there.
Sure, that's how
but use it to transcend into a bigger platform to reach way more people, like TV, Netflix, even YouTube. I can say like that's pretty straight, but really get out there, bro. Like, don't just rely on social media to get your exposure and stuff, because you ever think about your content, the stuff that you create, and realize like, man, it's not just for Detroit? You ever look at your music and go like, it can be bigger than just making it for Detroit?
Yeah, that's how I'm looking now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just when you look at like other people's success, especially like, you know what I'm saying? Even if I wasn't like hand to hand with them, like I done seen Peasy from Vezo, like, you know what I'm saying? Not where they at now. I seen them, the growth, you know what I'm saying? Where they was selling CDs at Press Play in Eastland, and you know what I'm saying? Even when Team East was all there, that was like the first time I ever paid for a CD. Like, it was either like $50 or $40. I was mad as hell. Like, what? Y'all tripping. Y'all want this, but the music was fire though. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Ray was like, yeah, shit, if you ain't trying to pay it, just meet me. You know what I'm saying? About 2 hours. I'm like, nah, bro, it's good because I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you paid, like, how did it go? Like, you went and you paid $50 for the CD? Like,
yeah, I think they was doing like a meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? Because they had just dropped their CD, but it was like,
who was it?
Peasy, Baby Ray, dang one there. Lou was there for sure.
And so you walk into the meet and greet and you pay $50 for the CD.
They was at a booth at Press Play, because Press Play used to have like, it wasn't like you would walk in the mall and they had like their own little session at the mall where they was just selling so many CDs or whatnot. But when they would do releases, they would sell the CDs. Yeah.
And it was worth the $50?
Oh, hell yeah, that shit was fire. I played that shit back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember where you
scratched the fuck up, you know what I'm saying?
What year was that? Like, roughly?
I want to say that was probably about like around 2016, 2017.
God damn. So in 2016, it was easy to like steal music at that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could have been stealing it, but at a certain time too, because streaming wasn't popping either, you know what I'm saying? That was like, if you had to get music, yeah, you damn near had to put it on like an MP3 player, or you had to put it like on an MP3 player, or like burn it to a CD, but yeah, it was just,
I guess because they were underground still at the time, it wasn't easy to just find it on the internet.
Hell no. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't a time, like, it was a time where, that's why I say, I seen them, like, grind, even if it wasn't me being in the same room, like, from the outside, them selling it from the trunk, and for them to be straight digital now and see exactly where it's at, and with the sound, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, they switch back and forth, but it's still like, you know what I'm saying, it carrying that Detroit sound for real.
So you consider yourself like a connoisseur of Detroit hip hop and the culture itself. Like, you really paid attention to everything with it.
Hell yeah. That's all I know.
What's like what point stands out to you the most in Detroit music?
When you say the point, you talking about far as
just the grand scheme of what led Detroit to get to the point that it's at now. What do you think is like the the point that transitioned everything, or really had the biggest moment?
I feel like a real big moment, because a lot of people like everybody is carving their own lane, but it's all, you know, like I said, it's pushing the needle forward for Detroit. But I feel like one of the biggest moments, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it was the T Grizzly moment, for real, for real. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, when T Grizzly came the way that he came, he pushed everybody, he pushed their price up, for real, for real. Like they value kind of what, I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying, when he did, like, Detroit value went up as a whole. That's what I would say. Detroit value did go up as a whole, for real. The street type music too, because Detroit, even though it's different eras, it's still different types of music. Like, you got the lyrical side, and then you got the street side too. So yeah.
So you think T Grizzly is responsible for a lot of the success and spotlight that's happening right now?
I would say he played a part, but I ain't gonna say, like, you know what I'm saying. I say he played a major part. He's like one of the major players.
Okay, and then if you rewind it before T Grizzly, can you imagine the other part was that kind of help move things forward?
You talking about from the grandfathers of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's go back to whatever you can think of.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like the Blade, the Cheddar Boys, the May West that's the West Side, but all that, like, you know what I'm saying, even Mac Nichols, everybody played their part, like, you know what I'm saying, because some gave game too, which is valuable, you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's what people miss too, like, people give game, and it helps the next generation to help the next generation to help the next generation.
Yeah,
that's how we at where we at, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, T Grizzly, 9 times out of 10, like, he was rubbing shoulders with a lot of people that was around him that was sharpening him too. So yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's actually a really good perspective. With your music, what's a song that you would really want everybody to check out, and can you talk about the meaning behind the song?
Yeah, I got a new project dropping called I got a new project called I Get It, and I got a song called White Devils, for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I think that song is what I really want. That's like a hood political song, but it's just like me breaking down, like, just how I feel just about the structure of the unequal, like the unequal in society, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of the brainwashing and all that, for real, for real.
Well, get in depth about it. What's on your mind about that?
Just how stuff is structured, for real. Like, I feel like things is not equal, for real. But it's like I'm used to, like, stuff not being equal, me fighting for whatever I need to get, or, you know what I'm saying, wherever I'm trying to move anyway. But I feel like the same opportunities wasn't granted, you know what I'm saying, for people that look like me. That's basically what I'm saying.
So you feel like there's still some type of a discrimination that it's just not being, like, it's just not as clear to see these days as it used to be, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like, it's still right there. I feel like America was built on racism, so I feel like people don't want to talk about that, but it's like, it's something that's always gonna go on, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, we both, like, you know what I'm saying, we all just humans, for real, but it's like some people feel like because of, you know, their skin color, they actually better, you know what I'm saying? Which is like we all human, we all got soul, we all bleed, you know what I'm saying? We all trying to make a living, you know what I'm saying? So
you gotta look at what's going on in World War II, bro. I mean, literally, like, one race literally thought they were superior at one point. Like,
until
crazy.
you needed it, then you needed the other side, and then it's like when the other side come and help you, you know what I'm saying? You got the GI Bill, you to the point to where now we not human. We help you fight this. We help you fight a war, but now we not human. That's what y'all classify as we not human, and now we don't get free education. We don't get the housing we supposed to get. That type of stuff is like, it's that's the unequal stuff I'm talking about.
It is crazy that, and at a certain point in the United States, literally, like, women were not considered like they couldn't have the right to vote. African
Hell
Americans,
no.
bro. Like everything was fucking crazy.
Yeah, but now it's like in order for women to vote, you got to kick the man out the crib. You do, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get the when they realize that, like, okay, women fighting for rights, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give them these rights, but they can't. They start breaking the families down for real, the black families for sure. You can't be around no black man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna give you this bridge card though, like, you know what I'm saying? You can feed the kids, but you can't be the man, and if he around, we gonna put him on child support. So now the man feels some type of way about his own, you know what I'm saying, about it. What was his family, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like money done separated. Because it
is it is wild, man, because it's like I was just talking with somebody about that the other day about obviously how, like, from slavery to segregation to African American rights, everything like that, getting to this point, and my friend was like, well, at this point, that community should have figured it out by now. I'm like, well, when you get your fucking leg cut off in the beginning of a race, you have a disadvantage for sure at this point. There was clearly a disadvantage.
Yeah, it was a big disadvantage, even with the housing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people weren't giving you weren't getting no housing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was certain things that black people did. You know what I'm saying, to like kind of get ahead. And it was so crazy. That's kind of where pimping came from. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Men had to pimp the woman that, you know what I'm saying, they was with, like, because they knew once they got free, now they didn't have nowhere to go for real. But they still needed to make a living. So some people went back to the plantation and worked, and some women, well, shit, they was using their body to make the money from the man, you know what I'm saying, to build what they had for real.
Man, we're getting deep. God damn, we're getting deep in this. Yeah, man, shit. That's a whole fucking subject for sure, bro. With your music, if you get to mainstream, if you get to the masses, are you gonna put out how you feel about what's going on in America and what's going on as a whole, even the whole world, basically, into your music? Or do you feel not necessary to put out the message because so many artists have done it before, and either some of it gets lost in translation or it's not as effective as they believe they could be?
I feel like I'm always gonna speak how I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, shit, if I gotta die speaking on how I feel, at least you knew how I felt about it, for real. So I feel like a lot of it do get lost, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it, but I feel like we to the point to where I feel like it's not being lost because it's being stored. Like, it's history. Like, only way unless these platforms start taking it off, or, you know what I'm saying, which some do take off information, but I feel like once it hit the internet, it's here forever, for real.
Yeah. Talk about the project that you got coming out, the release date, and are you going to do like a listening party for it, or how do you plan to present it?
I thought about doing a release party for it, but nah, I'm just right now, I'm dropping it. Yeah, I'm dropping it in January.
What day?
The 14th.
Is there a specific reason for that date, or is it just when you think it's going to be ready?
That's just when it's ready now, but that's just the date that I just picked and I just ran with it, for real. Yeah, that's just the day that I just picked and ran with it. So, but it's like lately I just been getting the videos together for the rollout. So that's mainly, you know what I'm saying? And then like the marketing too, for real.
Who do you have shooting your videos for you?
Who I got shooting my videos? My people, for real. When I say my people, it's like I edit it. I give them the camera, they shoot it, and I fuck around and I edit it.
That's cool. So you know how to do the production side of stuff too.
Yeah, I'm an Adobe master, for real.
I see.
I'm an Adobe master, you know what I'm saying?
Tell everybody the name of the project one more time.
I Get It, you know what I'm saying? And it's just basically saying, shit, I get so much of what's going on, for real. Shit, I get that piano black, and you know what I'm saying? They got 7 keys on there that's the same note but different octaves, you know what I'm saying? I get that this lighting make things look a little bit better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you come down to it, a lot of stuff we've been talking about is kind of race related, and obviously there's a lot of controversy over me, being a part of the Detroit culture and stuff like that because I'm not African American and I'm not from Detroit.
Yeah.
Did you ever look at that? Did you ever look at me and be like, what's going on here? Did you investigate? Like, how did you feel about me working in the community in the entertainment industry?
Hell yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When I first heard about you, I ain't gonna lie, you had judged my cousin's son, so I felt some type of way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, but I didn't assume. It was just, you know what I'm saying? With that being my cousin, it's like, he been working at this music, but like, you know what I'm saying? He view it different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody tell me my music ass, it's like, I just laugh at him for real. For my cousin, he on your ass about that shit. He want to damn near kill you, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all art at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just, but like me, like I said, I watched a couple of your stuff and I'd be like, what you be saying, it don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own point of view, but it don't be off for real. And you actually, like, you weigh for real in the Detroit culture, like, for sure. You most definitely do.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Man, look, it's been awesome talking to you, bro, and it's been awesome having kind of the deeper conversations we had and very real conversations we had here. Usually we don't get that deep with stuff like that, but I still think it's very relevant and important to talk about. So I'm glad to have that talk with you, man. Tell everybody that they can find you on social media, bro.
Shit, everybody can find me at Joe Babbi, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, on March, that's what I need to say, March 2023, I'm actually dropping the game. You feel what I'm saying?
What is that?
It's gonna be like I don't know if you ever played Left 4 Dead or there's like a Call of Duty mix with a Left 4 Dead.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? It's a shooting game. I'm dropping it on the phones first, and then it's gonna move to the VR, and then PC and Xbox.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So like it's been funded and everything? Like it's already established? Like how far along is it?
Shit. I want to say 80% right now. I'm just coding it for real, doing some visual coding to it.
Who's doing the coding?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
Like so you're making music and you're about to drop a video game?
Yeah. And I'm getting this to the movies, you know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the game?
It's called Mafia Scavenger Haunted House.
Okay, shit. What the fuck? So you're the first.
I'm still like I'm gonna show you some of this stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So you said no, it's nice. It's nice as hell.
Yeah.
It's a shooting game though. It's a shooting game.
Yeah, I'll post if you want, when we post the Instagram clips, I'll post the trailer of it if the trailer's prepared or anything.
Oh yeah, no, I'm most definitely gonna make a trailer because it's like with the like how it's looking is cold. Like I said, I was gonna do a trailer for sure.
Shit, man. I look forward to it. I look forward to downloading it and actually fucking playing it. That's the cool. You're the first video game developer that's ever been on this podcast. So good shit.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. People be thinking that it's hard, but it really ain't hard. It's just everything is like squares for real, circles and shapes. Like if you can make a shape, you could do 3D. You just program the 3D to do whatever you want it to do for real.
Shit, it sounds easier to you, maybe. Listen, man, we had Joe Babbi on the fucking show today, man. We look forward to your your tape coming out and also your video game coming out. We're shooting at Parallel Sound Studio, High-Low Visuals, and shooting his productions. We're out.
All right.
Peace.
That
was fire. Let's take a picture real quick, bro. That was fire, man.
All right.
We're going to take a picture.